أصحاب المعالي والسعادة، الحضور الكريم، شكرا جزيلا على هذه الدعوة الكريمة، شكرا جزيلا على وجودنا معكم هنا. كلمات جدا جميلة وطموح أجمل، ونحن معكم بإذن الله على كثير من هذه الخطط اللي والله الحمد معالي الوزير تم جردها وسردها معكم هنا. وإذا تسمحوا لي أنا بتكلم بالإنجليزية بعد أن الجميع يكون معنا في ذلك ولقة إن شاء الله المؤتمر في ذلك. So it gives us great honor and pleasure to be with you here, Your Excellency and all of the great audience here. UAE definitely is stepping forward, extending their arms, working together with you in order to ensure that great digital transformations that we're doing is actually fulfilled into many of the great things we have. Yes, we have lessons learned. Yes, we have, as a matter of fact, been number one based on the vision of our leadership, both leadership. We are ranked one in more than 256 indicators. One of them is the digital transformations. One of them is the cybersecurity, as a matter of fact. One of them is the AI transformations in many of those aspects. But all of those numbers comes because of many of those great things. 5 of them, as a matter of fact, as if I will take you through those. One of them is the governance. We have agile governance, policies, procedures, legislations, laws, you name it, any of those great governings. And those governings, alhamdulillah, we've been updating them every 6 months. And this is what makes all of those great minds, partners, SMEs, hyperscalers comes to UAE in order to add value into that aspects and extend it to the whole region. The second pillar is the building, and I'm sure you've seen in His Excellency presentation, building of infrastructure, building of a great, alhamdulillah, companies, startups, entrepreneurs, building of the integration and the great aspects of data. By the end of the day, this data is the next oil. This data is the next fuel. And all of those systems that we've been speaking about is, as a matter of fact, will depend on this data. AI has nothing to do with it if it's actually not depending on data and the infrastructures. Building the power that needs all of these infrastructure to actually enable and empower many of those aspects to be operating. And this infrastructure or this data and these models will definitely not only focus on one specific government sectors, but also in all sectors. And that's what we've been doing, alhamdulillah, health sector, as well as, alhamdulillah, education, aviation, energy, you name it. Any of those sectors will always add value into that perspective. The third pillar is our mission. Our mission in cybersecurity, as a matter of fact, and as you go into those smart cities, as you transfer into those AI cities, you will see the importance of security, confidentiality, protection, integrity, availability. All of these, when we've been in college, we've been actually studying these aspects. Now you see it in front of you. This secrecy, this confidentiality, this cybersecurity, as a matter of fact, is an important integral pillar of everything that we're doing in our digital transformations. We cannot move towards those digital transformation if we don't have a secure environment that allows us to actually have those data classifications, top secret, secret, classified, or even public in those aspects. Because by the end of the day, the mission that we are carrying here needs to be fulfilled into those data secrecy. Every nation has its sovereignty. Every nation has its responsibility of protecting this sovereignty. Well, I'm sure you've heard greatly as well from all of the excellencies who actually spoke in that perspective, the importance of that mission. And we're here to support that, definitely. And the fourth pillar, after the governings and buildings, as well as the protecting and defending, is the innovation. We have, and I'll tell you a story about when we get the honor of His Excellency visiting us in GITEX. In GITEX, we have a whole big pavilion about startups. We had more than 2,000 startups. Some of those startups, as a matter of fact, are unicorn. Some of those startups, as a matter of fact, in all different technologies, focused on technology. It's not only focusing on those 10% of the GDP. As a matter of fact, now we're reaching more than 18 and 20%. Some nations, as mentioned as well, even goes to that 25. Those startups and SMEs are really the foundational and the fundamentals of our success. They're the one who brings many of these great achievements towards many of the things that we do. And one of the startups, as a matter of fact, as we focus on cybersecurity, we have 300 startups out of the 2,000 startups. Those 300 focused on cybersecurity, in safe and secure AI, in responsible AI, in AI or ethical AI. And the idea behind those startups, as a matter of fact, is just a senior design project of students in some of those universities. Many of our graduates who graduated from those universities used to just throw their senior design projects after 2 semesters of work. So we came here with this idea about E71, which is Emirates 71 or Cyber 71, and this what actually focuses on an incubator that takes these senior design projects, accelerate them, build a plan, go to market, get the funds from many of the great, again, entities who are actually really eager to give back to community. Well, alhamdulillah, out of those 300, we have 27 companies who valuated today more than $100 million each, just starting from a senior design project. And by the way, maybe only 10% of them are Emirati, and the rest are from international, and alhamdulillah, we have some from Lebanon as well, and working from many of those great projects. The idea about this is the backbone of your technologies, sovereign technologies, many of the things that they're doing. Alhamdulillah, we did this with the great partners with so many entities. And as a matter of fact, Google and Microsoft and some of the Amazon, they're coming to acquire some of those startups. Oh, how amazing you see those kids. They are so proud of, again, really adding and contributing into that digital community. The fifth pillar is partnership. We cannot do any of those things without this partnership. We cannot, as a matter of fact, succeed without that partnership. And again, Lebanon success is from UAE success, is from the whole region success. And that's what we are actually campaigning for. We are here to support, we are here to really extend our hand and work on those 5 pillars. And that's what we are already extended with, mashallah, His Excellency and the team. And we are here definitely to really build and contribute in that great build, that the great ambitions that we've heard of. And because I'm in cybersecurity, I have to say something about cybersecurity. In cybersecurity, definitely, all of these digital transformations need to have a secure design. Secure from the start. Secure from the awareness and the people. And the first line of defense is always the people. And this is where we always actually depend our security on. People, people, people. And they're the one who actually really build those secure systems as well as ensure that secure system. Cyber crimes have cost us in UAE at least more than $500 million because of ransomwares, because of fraud, because of scams, because of bitcoins and many of the aspects that are not really regulated in a way that is actually helping us together. But in return, alhamdulillah, we've been using AI to early detect those crimes, to really build up a great relationship with our financial sectors, our banking, and many of those aspects to stop, even help and support many of those victims or potential victims. The cybersecurity as well, not only on the cybercrime, piece of it, but also on the cyber terrorism. And we initiated great initiatives in that perspective. Cyber terrorism, it's when the radicalization happens, when the misinformation and disinformation happens. And this is where we use the technology to actually as well detect, as well as really reflect and eliminate many of those videos and deep fake or messages that you see in the social media that are really full of. We lately, I'm sure you've seen so many in the geopolitical aspects happening across us, have been leveraging these deep fakes. Well, alhamdulillah, with the technologies, you can distinguish between the reality or between the fake aspects of this. So that's what we are really as well working on and extending a great momentum of collaboration on that perspective. And then there is the cyber warfare. This is where the sovereignty comes. This is where your critical infrastructure need to be protected by you with the help of everybody in that perspective. This is where there is no Geneva Cyber Convention that will guarantee that nobody will invade into your digital infrastructures. This is where you need to really put all of those tools, layers of security in depth, and working together in order to provide a national SOC. And that's what we had, as a matter of fact, in UAE. A national SOC that connects to all sectors and that gives us an early warning system whenever any cyber attacks comes to us, be it cybercrime, be it cyber terrorism, or be it cyber warfare. All of these things, we build it together with great partners. We build it together with great government entities and with, again, the people. The people of that country, they are always the one who are really responsible and more responsible enough to add value and contribute in their national security when that's what we do. So again, my message here is twofold. One, we are here definitely to support and contribute and help in any ways possible, depending on the direction of the leadership here, and we are here always to support in that perspective and learn, as well as extend many of the lessons learned that we have. And the second is the cybersecurity awareness, cybersecurity culture. We need to have this in our DNA. Our kids are using technology more than we do. They face so many online threats, crimes, frauds, scams, or we as entities, we face so many ransomwares, data leaks, DDoS, or APTs. So we need to put our hands and work together in really protecting each other in many of this access, since those attacks does not distinguish between a company, an entity, a country, or a person. And we cannot do this without, again, this great partnership. So again, honored to be with you here. Thank you very much, and definitely, inshallah, for more and more ambitious as we heard. Thank you.